We'll see that I already imported that. So now let's create another package here. We'll call this one repositories. Oh, oh, wow, I already did that. So actually, we'll just create another interface. And we'll call this to do item repository. And we'll annotate this appropriately. Repository. Telling Spring, the way Spring knows what we're looking at here. And we'll extend CRUD repository. And it's going to take in the to-do item. Go ahead and import that guy in. And it's going to use along for ID. Cool. There's our repository. And actually, that is all the code we actually have to write for our repository for this task. So we'll move on. Okay, let's go ahead and import that guy in here. So that's all set. All right, and we got one more piece of red here. Oh, two more actually, if you include this little typo. All right, so we got one more piece of red now. Let's go ahead and take care of adding a description to the entity. So let's go ahead and find our entities. Have it right here. And let's go ahead and add private string description. And we'll once again use the IDE to do some of this work here. Save that off. And if we go back to our test, you see a lot of the red went away. We should just have to import Mockito that went. All right, we can now run this test. Failed, what a shock, we didn't write the code yet, so it makes sense. Okay, cool. So now we are ready to actually write our function, or our method, so let's do that. So let's auto wire the repository in, so we have access to that to do item repository. Repository. Okay, now this is going to be a very long piece of code, so prepare yourselves. I'm going to return this dot to do item repository dot save, and then we'll feed in to do to do item. Let's refactor that once again. I don't know where I get time from. Item. Okay, and that's it. That's actually all the code there should have to be for this function. JPA handles the heavy lifting that in Hibernate. This save function comes from the extension of the CRUD repository. So if we go in here, we'll actually see we have a save method right there, and that's what we're using. So let's go back, we'll run our test, see if it actually passes. It does not. Oh, and for a very dumb reason. It's a long. So we need to actually use longs. That was a test mistake, not a code mistake. There we go. Cool, our test passed, and our API should be good to go now. So let's go ahead and test that guy out. So we'll do Gradle, boot run. Hopefully we won't get any errors. And it failed. So let's figure out why it failed. it's a very silly thing once again. In my service, I forgot to annotate that as a service. Once again, Spring needs to know about this stuff. So let's go ahead and try that again. Okay, so it moved right along. Let's go back to the controller and we will test this guy out. So we'll see that I made the API point to this address here. So I'm going to go to my tool Postman. I'm going to run a post request and we will do http://localhost:8080 port 8080, and we'll just run that right there, and we'll say up in the body we'll do that raw as JSON, and we'll put description :test. With any luck, we'll get something back. We did. We got 500 back. Could not execute statement. Oh, had an extra slash there. Let's try that again. Still got an error. Could not execute statement. So I'm going to pause this and I'm going to figure that out real quick and then we'll get back. Okay, guys. Turns out it's really simple what I did there. Some mistake really. What it was is I never actually created the database table. So for a temporary solution until we get to something a little bit more permanent, what we're going to do is we're going to actually insert one piece of line into our application properties, and that is going to be this line here. That's a Spring JPA Hibernate DDL auto create, which basically means, hey JPA, go ahead and create stuff for me. So with that there, now the table actually exists. So let's go ahead and continue on. We already started the application here, so let's go ahead and try to use it again. Okay, there we go. And so with that, you'll see a return an ID for me and a description with the test. And test is what I put actually here in the body of the JSON. So that's all there is to creating an API with Spring for the creation. Next time, we're going to move on to probably displaying all of the tasks we create. We'll see actually no, we won't. We're going to move on to the front end and we're going to create the actual screen to save it. And we're going to start wiring that up. And then we'll move on from there. So don't forget to like these pages. I need to know that you're liking this stuff so I can continue doing it. Please share the videos, subscribe, and if you have any comments, feedback, or if you want something specific maybe thoroughly more explained, let me know. I'll create a video for that as well. All right, thank you. Have a good one.